What's up, Panda Nation? This is the Panda Photographer. Yes, talk about the Canon EOS R5. Now, I'm not an owner of the camera. So, disclaimer, I do not own the EOS R5, but as a reviewer, watching other people's content for the last 4 hours, it's actually a really good photography camera. Now, yes, the camera got a lot of negative publicity for its video features. And I think people really fail to realize that that's the first thing they fixed on was about video. And I know video is important, but there's other good aspects about that camera that you should look at, photography wise. Yes, file sizes could be large. It requires custom SD cards that you have to spend money for. It requires look at that the audio. All right. So, yeah, I think right now how everyone is taking the Canon EOS R5, and take this with a grain of salt, ladies and gentlemen. You know, watching these videos, especially from that camera guy and the Tech 360 TV, I see why it's a really good photography camera. I would want to use it too. Now, keep in mind, file sizes are hugely large, so take this with a grain of salt. This may not suit your category. You may not have the storage capacity to store all your images. You may not have the financial needs right now to actually spend money on the camera, or other internal hardware like external hard drives, SSDs, which I recommend. And if you want to go to a NAS setup as a NAS configuration like 8 terabit drives, yeah, you can do that in RAID mode. But financially, this camera is really for pros. But if someone was to get their hands on this camera and put a nice 50 prime lens on it, or 85, they would do really nicely for portraits, or street portraits in that particular. But yeah, I thought that would give you guys a little bit why I am recommending the camera as a portrait and a photographer camera. Just forget about all the video, because the video right now, yeah, we know. But I'm gonna show you what I researched and what I read, and I select these, and as a research in Google and reading about how they kind of slightly fixed the overheating issues, but it's still there. But as everyone should know, Sony went through the same phase before, and everyone rant on about the overheating and overheating. In due no time, Canon's gonna fix this. In due time. This is one of the phases about learning how to better your product. Everyone expected the camera to come straight out the box perfect. And the reality of it is there's no such things as a perfect camera. There would never be a such thing as a perfect camera. How you take your photos is very subjective. What you want to buy as your gear is very subjective. But I've seen people who shot video with it and had some issues with it, but still got some of the work done, which is a good sign that their work was completed. But I just think people need to just let go of the overheated issue and just give it a try as a photographer standpoint and shoot with it. Portraits, micro photography, landscape, astrophotography. And what I saw was some really good images. You guys go see those videos that I just showed you, and I can't play them because of respect other other YouTubers and photographers and the copyright law. I just think people need to take the time out to vision themselves if you ever had a chance to shoot with the Canon. It's say Canon emailed you one day and said, would you like to have the opportunity of your life to shoot with this camera? We've seen your honest opinions, but we want you to have a hands-on. I guarantee you have a different experience once you start shooting with it. As soon as you started seeing the image quality and the pixels, what it can produce, oh, you have a change of heart. I guarantee it. That includes you too, Sony fanboys. Don't act like you don't want to put your hands on that camera. Come on. It's a fun tool, but also a fun toy. Am I wrong? I don't think so. A good tool is always a good toy to have around. Regardless, take it from my experience. I've been having issues with the Sony A77, and I'm still rocking it right now, shooting with it video right now. This is a Sony with the Sigma 1835, shooting at f2, ISO is at 640. I'm using it as a webcam, wide open, no f3.5 anymore. And I also have the Canon 80D right here, looking at my desk, and it's a Canon. It's also a good manufacturer, but just give it a chance, guys. Just give the EOS R5 a chance. But I also want to show you what the articles that I researching up, so you get a good understanding. So Pixel people, that's what I call them, Pixel people. All right, 3 days ago they released an article showing the performance and image quality. It's a good article. Go check it out. DIY Photography also did one. I just read that just 20 minutes ago. It's like, okay, there's a workaround over the heating issue, but it's still present. And take this with a grain of salt, everyone. These are just results, but the Canon had it's almost a $4,000 camera, and a 45 megapixel camera is always good. Trust me, for me, when I had the Sony A7R, I'm not trying to compare it, but that 42 megapixel sensor was brilliant. It was so detailed. The dynamic range was so good, so sharp. And yes, full frame, yes, it was great. But this here should give you great results for images. Are your clients literally going to ask you, hey, what are you shooting with the R5? Because that's what I want you to shoot with. Like they're gonna know what kind of gear you should shoot with, or this is what they're gonna recommend. I never heard a client say, if you don't shoot with the R5, I can't be your client. That's absurd. But the point I'm trying to make is, imagine you shoot the camera and they don't even know, and they see the image quality from it. And like, oh, the detail, you blow them away, and they will recommend other people as, potential clients. They pass on your business cards. So, but the Canon R5 is a pretty good 12 megapixels mechanical shutter, mind you, but 20 FPS electronical silent shutter. But you guys know the specs already. You guys know the features: the 8K, the 4K, the 120 frames, the 10-bit 422 with Canon log and HDR Q. What is it? PQ? But yeah, you got those CF fast cards with HHS2, which is okay, I guess good, but it'd been nice if they would have put 2 of those UHS2 slots. But then again, in order to actually record for those 8K, you need that CF express card slot. I think it's just perfect for it. It makes sense in a lot of ways to record in that high quality. But yeah, you guys take a look for yourself. But as I said before, it's a great camera. check out these videos from these guys that I have watched. That's Tech 360 TV. The Photo Genius had a good representation of how to shoot micro with this. Whoa. And night photography. Yo, go check it out. That's like one of my favorite videos out of all of it, because I do like micro and I do love some night photography. Like, hands down, it's the best. And even like how that camera guy was his initial impressions is good. He has more time to play with the camera, so give him time to actually make his final conclusion on the camera. But yeah, there are plenty of good and positive videos online on YouTube that talks about the photography aspect of this camera. So dive into the camera for photos. If you're a photographer and all you care about photography, you have a camera for video, this is perfect. If you're doing billboard commercial, this is for you. You're doing wedding photography, this is for you, perhaps. Because it may vary, because you can shoot with any camera doing weddings. So, but if you want to really impress your high-end wedding clients, yeah, this is what you go for. Okay, high-end cameras make a big difference, a big impact, but also the glass makes a difference too. So with that said, everyone, I'm Panda. If you haven't subscribed to this channel already, please do. I appreciate it. Hit the notification bell icon so you get notifications when I go live and when I upload a video. Leave a comment if you guys want to support the channel. Please be my guest and support the channel. The financial links are there. The PayPal and the Venmo is available. Links to all the lighting gear that I'm using here is available. The Veltrox RB08s have been lighted, and note, Veltrox has not once sponsored any of those videos, as I use these lights and in my last, I don't know, 60-70 videos since March. Yeah, so February actually. So take this with a grain of salt. And I did 3 giveaways of these lights and 2 packs, and like I said, they never sponsored a video. Like I said, guys, it comes out my own pocket for you guys. Guys, give me the love and the joy and the likes and the thumbs ups and supporting that I continue to try to do giveaways as much as possible. And I've been doing it for the entire summer. So if you haven't paid attention to my Instagram, follow me on Instagram. So if you have not followed me on Instagram, I suggest you do, because if you don't, you're missing out on a lot of funny things I do during the day and some stuff that you normally don't see behind the scenes. So it's important that you check this out. That's my Instagram, ThePandaPhotographer. Go check it out, guys, and show some love there and follow. And you can see a different array of like photography, like street, architecture, night photography, micro, nature, portraits, selfies, long exposures, documentarian photos, people, nature, me talk about business cards, long exposures, light painting. That's one of my favorites too, if you never did light painting before. Yeah, me rollerblading. Yeah, it's just a good time here. So guys, please follow me on social medias. All the social media links are down in the description below. The more you follow me, the more you see more, if you're curious, because I know some of you are curious, because that's just human nature. But with that said, everyone, thank you for the time, thank you for your support, and I will see you guys in the next video. So with that said, eat, sleep, photography, videography, and repeat. Peace.